Hi, this is Lauren Fogelman of ExpertSportsPerformance.com, working with high-achieving athletes, coaches, and teams for focused confidence and winning results. Today's topic is self-confidence wins. Most athletes follow a natural linear progression from good to great. They start out with juniors, regionals, state, national, all the way on up to world championships. Every now and then, though, there's an athlete that skips over some of the titles, going all the way to the top. Martina Hingis is one of those athletes. She's a tennis player, and she claims so many youngest ever records. In fact, at 15 years old, she was a Grand Slam champion. And then the following year, she was the #1 ranked player in the world. That's amazing, at 16 years old to be ranked #1. So what is it about her that let her just skip over some of these things, rising to the top so quickly? Well, part of it had to do with her skill set. She was naturally gifted. But the other part is how she really worked her mental game. And that's the part that we're going to look at today, is how do you get that right balance, and what happens when your skill set and the challenge is out of sync. So when you have a high challenge but you don't have the skills for it, you're going to end up with anxiety. That's where you're in over your head. You've been placed where you just can't possibly meet the challenge. Next is when you're in a low challenge situation and you don't have the skills. So this is where you might be a beginner. You're in one of your first competitions. It's not much of a challenge, but you don't really care that much, so you don't have great skills either. And that creates apathy. It's more of like a whatever, and you're not really going to give it your best shot. Afterwards, this is where you have the skills to rise up to a really great challenge, but the challenge itself isn't going to push you. It's below what you're capable of doing. And when you have the skills, but it's a low challenge, you end up with boredom. Now, here is what's going to get you into the zone. It's a combination of being a high challenge and you have the high skills to really rise up to the challenge. And that works no matter what level that you're playing on. You want to be in a challenge where you're going to have to really work it, have that really focused attention. And you know that if you work your game, you have the skill set to really come through and claim the title. That is the sweet spot. So as you can see, if there's this balance of skill set and challenge, if it's too high or too low in any way, you're going to be off your game. But when it's the sweet spot, that's when you're going to be present, focused, and going to be able to really come through and claim it. What I want you to look at now, though, is unlike most athletes, they let their opponents set the challenge for them. Martina Hingis doesn't do that. She is the one who sets the challenge for herself. She's looking at what is the skill set that she wants to really focus on, and what's her attitude that she wants to have when she's showing up for these really important competitions. And you can do that too. So here's your challenge. When you have your next event, set your own personal challenges. Don't let somebody else set it for you. Look at claiming a challenge that has to do with your skills. How do you want to really challenge yourself performance-wise? But also, how do you want to challenge your mental game? What is it that you want to do as far as your mental game goes that's going to really keep you in the moment? And that might be on tempo. It might be on really sticking to your plan. It could be on learning how to really refocus when you have distractions come up. There are so many different mental game challenges you could set, but just choose one that's going to help you ace it at your next competition. The other thing is look at your current skill level and push yourself. Go beyond what you're capable of doing in a comfort zone right now. Let's really get you charged up so it's focused attention. The bottom line is the best challenges, they're a stretch, but they're totally doable if you're ready to rise up to the challenge and take it all the way. So I'd love to hear from you as to what you're doing to really get your A game on, have that focused attention that's getting you into the zone. What are the two challenges that you're going to have as far as your skill set and your mental game? Please go ahead and write a comment. Let me know what you take away from this training. If you're interested in additional mental game training skills, wanting to know the 7 essential steps to really have your mental game rise up to the challenge, go to my website, expertsportsperformance.com. Put your name and email address in the upper right-hand corner immediately. You'll get the first of the video training series. My mission is to show you how to stay cool when the heat is on. Lauren Fogelman, expertsportsperformance.com.